Welcome back to day 5 of Tradesmas. We are interrupting our regular chronological order of trades to throw in a couple of losing trades, actually. So I apparently do not know how to keep track of counting when I am recording these videos, and I totally just skipped over day 5. I must have been very excited to talk about day 6. And I did not record in the proper order. And I am now realizing that. So we are going to plug in a video here. And I actually think this is a good video to plug in here, except that I did expect this to be day 12. So I apologize that it is out of order, but we're going to go with it. I did have 2 losses in the month of November. In that last video on the 12th, you are going to see the account looking positive, roughly in the 13,000 range. That is not what I actually ended up keeping for the month because I did trade one more day, which was November 25th, and that day was 2 losses for me. So the account still stayed above 10,000. I'll look for a screenshot, show you what a withdrawal would look like there. But this is the reality of trading. I did have 2 losses. That is not in the testimonials though, because you don't submit the losses for Profit League, you submit the positive days. But I want to be fully transparent about the fact that I did not end at 13K for that account, even though that's what's in testimonials. I actually ended a little over 10K, which I will talk about plenty in the series, is a goal of mine to meet. My losses, fortunately, actually came at the end of the month, and I was able to keep my 10K goal, so it wasn't really an issue for me. And after this day of the 25th, I was like completely done. And hopefully, I shouldn't have taken these trades. I absolutely fell victim to a little bit of pressure to perform in Profit League. And these are not trades that I would have probably taken if I wasn't in the competition. I also have struggles too and have to figure out how to deal with those sometimes. And this was the day that I paid the price for it, like literally paid the price for it by giving money back to the market. Lesson learned here. Next time I just have to be okay with not being in the leaderboard. Let's get into these examples so you guys can see what I did wrong and you can take that into your own trading. So when we zoom out here, you can see there was an overnight consolidation, like afternoon into overnight consolidation of the market. The market had been trending up. The most recent trend has been bullish. And then we consolidated a bunch overnight. So typically when this happens, I do look for the breakout. I've already explained to you in the first few videos that if I'm going against the most recent trend, then I would look for the breakout, wait for the retest, and then look for the continuation along with the happy trail smiley face to be in confluence with that direction. Those are my rules. I did not follow my rules on this day. This is where I can admit that I was wrong. I shouldn't have done this, and I truly did pay the price for it. What I had thought I was doing was, truthfully, I thought I was probably going to just like beat the market in a sense. And you never beat the market. You'll never win with that mentality. So that wasn't smart of me to do, but I definitely did feel pressured. I was limited on time this morning to trade, and I forced trades that just the market wasn't going to give me that. I was stupid about it. So I should have, since I was against trend, waited for the retest. I did not. I got in on this first breakout. Also noting that this was very close to market opening. So this is a 5-minute time frame, but you can see like this is market opening, and then this is really the volume that comes with it. Typically, I do try to wait like 15 minutes or so if I can from market opening. Another mistake. So one was I took the initial breakout. 2 was it was just too close to market opening. And it is very well known for breakout traders that market opening can do exactly what it did here, where it just kind of does a false breakout and then gives you the true continuation. That is why I do like to wait for the retest and confirmation, but I didn't do that. Like I said, on this first trade, I took the breakout. I also did not have the smiley face that I needed from Happy Trail. I did not have the bearish smiley face on the 5-minute time frame. So instead, what I did was forced myself to find a smiley face and went down to the 1-minute time frame to try and look for a print. That's not smart to do. Like, you should not do that. I was definitely just like digging deep to find a reason here to take this trade. I don't think I even got to 1R. It looks probably slightly short of that. My stop loss was placed at the top of this little mini area here. Just showing you guys what I'm looking at for my take profit. There is this level, this easy exit zone level that I was looking at. So that's what I had thought in my head potentially we would target. But again, this still should have followed my rules, which would have been if it's against trend at 1R, I would have secured to break even or a slight profit and then allowed it to trail along to this zone. But I mean, that never even applied to this first trade. So when I stay in the trade, I knew I didn't get in on the retest. So when the market pulls back a bit and retest that zone that it had broken from, and then I got a strong bearish candle, I thought, oh, this is what would be my normal entry, and this is the momentum that I'm looking for this breakout. Again, though, I am still missing the bearish smiley face on this time frame, which I really should be there, and it's a part of my strategy for a reason. It ends up reversing and knocks me out of both of my trades. I did stack these with the idea of both of them hitting that zone potentially. You're going to have losses. It's the losses shouldn't affect you. And truthfully, these didn't really affect me that much. I was more just mad at myself for allowing myself to trade when I knew that my setup wasn't there. Clearly, my setup wasn't met correctly the way that it should be, and it kind of forced this situation. That is a tip for me because it will cost you when you force the trade. Lots of things going wrong there. I'm against the trend. Didn't wait for the retest with the initial first trade. I didn't wait for a smiley face for either of them. A lot of different things had gone wrong here. And that's okay. Sometimes we just have those days. And I openly admitted that this was just like one of those days that I just should not have even tried. I should have just been fine with where I was in my account and not worried about where I was on a leaderboard. But human too. So it is what it is. Anyhow, this is what the last two trades of Tradesmith look like. So when you get to day 12, just know that on the 25th, these two trades were placed. These were my actual last trades. Like I was totally done after this. I ended up with 10,359 and 42 cents on that account. But that wraps up day 5, and we will be resuming day 6 back in the order that we should be. All right. Thanks for being patient with me through this one, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.